Welcome to the Grim Tapes. Today, we dive into one of the most chilling and confounding unsolved mysteries of the 20th century, the Tamám Shud Case. This isn't just a cold case from post-war Australia. This is a tale steeped in espionage, hidden codes, poison, unidentified corpses, and cryptic clues that span decades. It has baffled detectives, cryptologists, and conspiracy theorists alike. Who was the Somerton man? Why did he die? And what secrets did he take with him to the grave? In this video, we will explore every angle: the facts, the forensic anomalies, the codes, the suspects, the theories, and the latest scientific findings. We'll also uncover how this case has evolved into one of the most iconic unsolved deaths of the modern age. So turn down the lights, silence your phone, and settle in. Because this is a story that doesn't just ask questions, it forces us to look into the abyss of what we don't know. Discovery of the body. The story begins on a warm morning on December 1, 1948. On Somerton Beach in Adelaide, South Australia, the body of a well-dressed man is found lying in the sand, head propped against a sea-wall, legs crossed. He is wearing a suit and polished shoes, an odd choice for the beach. The man carried no identification. No wallet. No hat. No obvious signs of injury. He looked almost peaceful. Witnesses claimed they had seen him the night before, lying in the same position, assumed he was just drunk or asleep. But he wasn't. The man was dead. Authorities were puzzled. His clothes had all their labels removed. His fingerprints matched no known record in Australia or any allied country. There were no signs of struggle, no bullet wounds, no knife marks. Nothing. The first question: who was he? And how did he die? Autopsy and strange findings. The autopsy revealed an even stranger truth. His organs showed signs of acute congestion and internal bleeding, particularly in the stomach and liver. The medical examiner suspected poisoning, but no poison was ever found. Nothing in his blood, nothing in his stomach contents, and nothing on the beach nearby. The cause of death was officially recorded as heart failure due to unknown causes. But there was more. His spleen was 3 times its normal size. His pupils were smaller than normal. These were further signs pointing to some kind of rare poison, one that decomposes rapidly. But then came the first major twist. The mysterious scrap of paper. A few weeks after the body was found, authorities made a bizarre discovery. Hidden in a secret pocket sewn into the man's trousers was a small, tightly rolled piece of paper. On it were just 2 words: Tamám Shud. These words, it turns out, come from the final page of a rare book, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. The phrase means, it is ended, or finished. It seemed like a poetic suicide note, but no one knew where the paper had come from. Until a man came forward. The Rubaiyat and the code. A local man claimed that shortly after the body was discovered, he had found a copy of the Rubaiyat in the back seat of his car, which had been parked near Somerton Beach. Inside the book, a piece had been torn out, exactly where the words Tamám Shud should be. But there was more. On the back cover of the book, written faintly in pencil, was a string of seemingly random letters, a possible code. It read: Rgobad, Mliawi, Tbimpanit, Mliaboayak, Itnsamstgab. Codebreakers from the military attempted to decipher it but failed. To this day, the meaning remains unknown. Was it a cipher? A one-time pad? Or nonsense? But why would a dead man be carrying a torn piece of this book? And why would he encode a message in it? The suitcase and hidden clues. Then came another clue. At the Adelaide railway station, investigators found an unclaimed suitcase that had been checked in the day before the man was found dead. Inside were clothes matching the style of the deceased, including items with the name T. Keen, but police quickly determined the labels were deliberately planted to mislead. There was also a stenciling brush, a table knife that had been sharpened down, and a thread not sold in Australia. Every detail hinted at someone who had either traveled widely, or didn't want to be found. The nurse and the enigmatic phone number. Back in the mysterious copy of the Rubaiyat, police also found a phone number. It belonged to a woman who lived just a few hundred meters from where the body was found, a former nurse named Jessica Thompson. When questioned, she was evasive. She claimed not to know the man, but those who saw her during questioning said she was visibly shaken when shown a plaster cast of the dead man's face. She later admitted to owning a copy of the Rubaiyat, which she had once given to a man named Alfred Boxall, initially suspected to be the Somerton man. But Boxall was found alive, and still had his copy, intact. So who was the Somerton man? Possible espionage connections. Now the story starts to take a darker turn. This was the early Cold War era. Australia was a hub of Allied intelligence activity. Could the Somerton man have been a spy? His strange possessions, his coded message, the poison that left no trace, the lack of identification, all of it fit the pattern of classic spycraft. And Jessica Thompson? Her background as a nurse, her evasiveness, and her proximity to the crime scene, some believe she too may have had intelligence ties. Modern investigations and DNA breakthroughs. Decades passed, but the case never truly went cold. In recent years, with advancements in forensic technology, a team led by Professor Derek Abbott from the University of Adelaide pursued the mystery with fresh eyes. After years of legal effort, the Somerton man's body was exhumed. Using forensic genealogy, the same method used to catch the Golden State Killer, researchers identified a possible match: Carl Webb, a Melbourne-born electrical engineer and instrument maker. Carl Webb had disappeared around the same time the Somerton man was found. Though much remains uncertain, this is the closest investigators have come to giving the Somerton man a name. But even if we know who he was, we still don't know how or why he died. Unanswered questions and lingering mysteries ***. Why did Carl Webb, if he was the Somerton man, end up dead on a beach in Adelaide? What was his relationship to Jessica Thompson? Was the coded message real, or a red herring? Did he commit suicide, or was he murdered? If poisoned, who had the means and motive? And why the secrecy? Why the missing tags, the rare book, the cryptic note? Why take these secrets to the grave? The Tamám Shud case remains one of the most haunting cold cases in the world. It touches on so many themes: love, war, espionage, poetry, identity, and death. Even with modern science, some answers elude us. Some truths seem buried forever. But in exploring these dark corners of history, we learn something, not just about the mystery, but about ourselves. Now, we turn to you. What do you think happened to the Somerton man? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your theory might just unlock something new. If you found this deep dive into the Tamám Shud case compelling, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Grim Tapes, and click the bell icon so you never miss another chilling mystery. We explore the darkest, strangest corners of the human experience, and there are many more stories to uncover. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and stay safe. This was the Grim Tapes. Until next time.